never believed in the old stories my grandmother used to tell us around the fire. She'd talk about tricksters, shapeshifters, and spirits that walk among us, but I thought they were just tales meant to keep kids in line. Now, I wish I had listened more closely. It started last year when I moved back to the village after losing my job in the city. My older sister, Nima, was the only family I had left. She was kind and always had a way of making people trust her. Everyone in the village admired her, calling her the light of the community. She would often bring me meals and help me settle into life back home. One evening, she invited me to join her on a trip to the forest. "I want to show you something beautiful," she said, her voice sweet as honey. The sun was setting, painting the sky with deep oranges and purples. The sight was mesmerizing, and I thought nothing of it when she led me deeper into the woods. But the deeper we went, the more uneasy I felt. The trees grew denser, and the air seemed heavier. I asked her where we were going, but she only smiled and said, "You'll see soon enough." Finally, we arrived at a clearing. There was a circle of stones on the ground, and in the center was a small, glowing flame that didn't seem natural. It pulsed like a heartbeat. Nima's demeanor changed immediately. Her warmth was gone, replaced by something cold and calculating. "I've waited long enough," she said, her voice low and strange. She started chanting in a language I didn't recognize. The wind picked up, and the flame grew brighter. Suddenly, the air was filled with the sound of whispers, voices all around us, though no one else was there. I tried to back away, but my feet wouldn't move. It felt like the earth itself was holding me in place. Nima turned to me, her eyes glowing like embers. "You've always been in my shadow," she said, her voice echoing unnaturally. "It's time you served a purpose." That's when I saw her face begin to change. Her features twisted and stretched, her mouth elongating into a grotesque grin. Her hands, once delicate, grew claws, and her shadow stretched unnaturally long behind her. She wasn't my sister anymore. I don't know where I found the strength, but I managed to break free and run. The whispers followed me, growing louder, but I didn't look back. I ran until I collapsed near the edge of the village, gasping for air. When I told the elders what had happened, their faces darkened. One of them, an old man named Juma, told me about a legend I had long forgotten. It was about a creature called the Maduji, a spirit that takes the form of someone you trust, luring you into the forest to steal your soul. The next day, Nima was gone. No one in the village saw her leave, and her house was empty, as if she had never lived there. But sometimes, at night, I feel a presence outside my window. I hear whispers in the wind, calling my name. I don't go into the forest anymore. But I know she, or it, is still out there, waiting.